Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alicia, and in this video, this is going to be a two-part video. So one, I'm going to show you how to make a snow globe, but also the second thing is I'm doing another product review, and this time it is on the Bleds cordless, oh, you can see my ring light, cordless glue gun. So if you're interested to see how my snow globe turned out and what I think of this product, stick around and I'm going to go ahead and get started. With this project, we're going to need the Dollar Tree water globe, some ribbon, and do you remember these from the summer, these ice cubes that we were putting on top of our lids? And I got this little cute, I love snowmen. Snowmen are my thing in the winter and for Christmas time. Some people really like Santa. I like the snowmen, so snowmen. But I also picked this one, I got from Walmart, so it was $2. And then I also got this guy from the Dollar Tree, and this Santa, look at the Santa, he looks really, really mad. So I'm definitely not gonna use him. And so you're gonna need your water glycerin mix. Well, I'm using water glycerin, so this is the glycerin that I use. With distilled water, I do a 1, and I've already mixed that, 1 part glycerin to 2 parts water. So this I'm probably gonna fumble with, and I might have to like do it off camera because it's on here, like you can't get this thing out. So I'm gonna try with these, and I just don't want to damage this because I'm sure that's, you know, it's sealed, and this plastic is like really soft, and there we go. Because it sounds like it's got a pretty good seal. Because I'm going to try doing this without sealing it, without gluing it. And so we've got instructions here. What do the instructions say? Making a shatterproof water globe, plastic snow globe, hot melt adhesive supplies, hot melt adhesive, glue gun, glitter or fake snow, water, small figurine or ornament. Sand both the bottom of the focal piece and the interior seal of the snow globe where the focal piece will be placed. This will allow for better adhesion once glued. So they want you to sand the bottom of this, which I've already destroyed. Look at what I did, pulling it out with the pliers. Yikes. So I'm gonna sand this. I'm gonna use a 120 grit. And then it's recommending you sand whatever you're using. Whoa. I'm using the Snowman with lantern. Take the sticker off the bottom. I'm gonna sand this up a little bit. All right. Now I'll grab my 91% alcohol and a paper towel. My 91%. Wipe this bottom. Oh my goodness. Did I break off the snowman's nose? Yes, I did. Oh, where'd it go? Was it in there? Did you guys see it in there? Maybe it wasn't in there to begin with. How am I gonna make him a little, look, he's got no nose. How am I gonna make him a little orange nose? Oh, like in a second. I'm gonna have to, oh my goodness. All right, so think, Alicia, think. I'm gonna have to make it out of something because he needs a nose. You can't put him in there without a nose. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, all right, so I have this new hot glue gun, and it's Bleds, I guess is the brand. They asked me to do a product review on this, so this will be the first time that I'm using this on camera. It is cordless, which is really, really nice. It's a good size. It has good weight. You know, I always hated about the mini glue guns is that with the cord attached, it always pulls them over. So with this, it's got its nice little stand, or you can pull it out of its stand, and it's cordless. This blue light means it is warming up and it's ready to go. So I'm gonna put this back here. And it does also have this little stand too. So I'm gonna set this right here, and I'm gonna you know what? So he's actually the perfect size in here. Yeah, he's actually, you know, he's a really good size in here. So what I'm going to do once this glue gun is done heating up, it only takes a couple of minutes, is I am going to, I'm going to come back after I figure out what I'm going to do about his nose. All right, so I'll be right back. So I did not, this was supposed to go much quicker. I didn't anticipate this problem. So I have orange cardstock and I've cut a little like triangle. Can you see that? This little teeny tiny triangle. It's like this, and I folded it in half. And so now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to UV resin it on here. And then I'm going to UV resin over it so that it can tolerate being in the water glycerin, so it's protected. So I'm gonna just put a tiny bit of UV resin here on his nose. Like that was probably even too much. And I'm going to place his little nose on top. And hit it with a UV light. So I'm gonna get it on there. All right, it's on there. So now I'm gonna put a little more UV resin on this nose. I'm gonna coat his nose with UV resin. And I'm gonna put this on with a brush. To get in that split, there's like a split there, so I'm gonna do this. All right, I had a paintbrush in my mouth, sorry guys. So I'm gonna do this twice. So all right, so I'm gonna paint more in here. Don't need a lot, obviously, because it's a little tiny nose. Little itty bitty. Make sure we're getting all around. All right. So I'm going to leave this on for a couple of minutes, and I'm going to be back when this is finished and cured so that we can move on to the next step. All right, now that his little nose is fixed and cured, or now that I have a little nose and it's all cured up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on this bottom. So I'm going to put some hot glue on the base here, and I'm going to glue him down. And now I'm going to just put glue all around the bottom. And I am using clear glue, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put glitter glue in there. So I'm going to get like a base all around the snowman, and then once I get like the glue base, then I'm going to go over and I'm going to put in some of those ice cube chips. And then when I'm done with the ice cube chips, then I'm going to go in with the glitter glue. So the glue stick that I have in there now is kind of a smaller one. This glue gun comes with really long glue sticks, but I didn't use them yet. I stuck in like a shorter one, but the glue, and they didn't have silver glue. So I grabbed a silver glue stick that I had already. So the glue sticks that I buy for my mini glue gun fit into this glue gun. And so now that glue was like nice and hot and still soft. So I'm going to go in and just put in some of those ice chips around. I was going to use the bigger cubes, but the snowman's too big for that. So I'm just going to put like the little cubes or the little ice chips around and just kind of build up around the base of the snowman. And just be cautious when you're putting the glue around the top part that it doesn't drip down around the outside of that plastic, I'm just going to call it a stopper, because if you do that, it could get in the way of your seal, and it could get in the way of you actually putting that back into the globe. So just make sure that it doesn't drip down the side. All right, so I'm just going to put in some jingly music while I finish this up. After I finish this up, I'm going to let this dry for about a half an hour before I'm ready to move on to the next step. The next step is to put in my glitter. I am going to use these little white and blue snowflakes. They are like a 3D. I'm not sure what material they're made out of, but I'm going to just dump a few of those in there because I'm not going to go crazy because I really don't know how they behave in water. I was just showing you one. It was like not cut all the way. It was kind of big. So I don't know how they're going to behave in the water glycerin mix, so I'm just going to put a few of those in. And then I'm going to put in this other glitter called Winter Wonderland. This is a super pretty fine and chunky mix along with snowflakes. So it's got silvers and blues with white snowflakes. Really super pretty. I know this is going to look gorgeous. It's not a heavy glitter, so it should do well in the water glycerin mix. And so I'm just going to put a couple of scoops in there. I don't want to overdo it. I don't want it to be too much, yet I want it to be enough to see. I do want to get those snowflakes in there, so I do scoop out a couple extra snowflakes. And I pulled out a roll of toilet paper to help hold this because, you know, if you put it on your surface, it's gonna wobble. So I found toilet paper rolls tend to be a really good holder. So I got my water glycerin mix and I'm going to go in there, and I don't want to overfill. I'm trying not to overfill. I ultimately wind up overfilling, but so I just put that in there, and then I put my my snowman in there, and I fall short. So I'm just going to take some of my distilled water and put it in there because I'm completely out of glycerin, and this is where I overfill it. But no worries because it all worked out. So I had a little bit of cleanup to do. So here I'm just squishing the rest of the water out. I'm just going to go for it. Just push it all down, get the rest of that water out, and then I'm going to clean everything off with the paper towels and make sure it's nice and dry before I'm ready to move on with putting the top on and sealing this all up. So I continue to press down and make sure that that's on there good, that, you know, it can't go down any further. And then I'm going to screw, and I called it the cap, I'm going to screw the bottom lid part-ish on, shake it up, take a look, and I shake it up and check the bottom and realize that it is leaking a little bit, and it may be that I broke that seal when I was trying to get it out. I'm not really sure. So what I'm going to do is, you know, I wanted to try to do this without gluing it, but that's not going to happen. So what I'm going to do is I am going to glue this lid on, and I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to let it dry upside down overnight so that I can get a good seal. But before I do that, I am going to decorate that lid with ribbon that I picked up at the Dollar Tree just to give it a little something at the bottom. So just measure around, snip it to the length, and then I'm going to use my hot glue gun and I'm going to glue that on. Just be careful because, you know, this glue is really hot, of course, and when you're pressing it down with your fingers, you're gonna feel that heat through the ribbon. So just be mindful of that. All right, so finishing up gluing that all around the bottom, and so now I'm going to take Gorilla Glue. That's the glue I am choosing to use, and I give the bottom a good level coat of it. I just go all the way around until I get it all in there, and then I am going to screw the cap on and leave it sit like that at least 24 hours before I flip it back upside down. I want to make sure this glue is nice and dry and that it's sealed and that no water is going to leak out. All right, guys, so my snow globe is done, but I don't have it in my hands right now because as of this recording, I had already taken it to work, so I don't have it, but I will show you a picture after I'm done this summarizing of what I think of this cordless glue gun. So I'm really happy with this. I wanted something cordless because, I like the mini glue guns, and I think that the mini glue guns are really good. They fit nicely in my hands, but the problem with these things is they're so light, and the cord, they don't stand up. Like, a lot of them are supposed to like stand like this. They don't because of the cord or whatever. So for shorter projects, this one works great. So, I can take it into another room. I don't have to worry about finding a plug. And the battery life on this is a solid hour. So that gives you, a lot of working time. I think an hour is a lot of working time. It charges fairly quickly within a couple of hours. And they do also give you these glue sticks. And there's some glitter glue sticks in here. And then these really long ones. So, and I like the glue. The glue, seems to, it dries nicely. It takes a little bit longer than like the Dollar Tree glue, so it's much better quality. But I mean, overall, I'm really happy with this glue gun. I would certainly recommend it. I will link it in the description down below. I like the size of it. I like the weight of it, and it slides nice in and out of its little stand. Plus, it has this one. So, guys, that is it for this product review. This is like I'm trying to get this in. Thank you all for watching. As always, make sure you give me a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share, comment. I love to hear your feedback, and I will see you all next time. Bye.